good. Ready?
Hi guys, listen, I want to take you behind the scenes and create realistic expectation when someone actually apply on your website for personal funding. Okay? So what happens is the moment start over. Let me know when you're ready.
No, good.
Hey guys, listen, I want to take you behind the scene and create realistic expectations when an individual apply for personal funding. So we streamlined some of the processes and we wanted to make sure that the moment that, let's start over. Let me know when.
Good.
Hey guys, I want to take you behind the scene and talk about personal funding. Create realistic expectation when a person actually apply on your website for personal funding. Well, the moment that they actually click that submit button, they will automatically receive an email. And when they receive that email, this is what the email says. It says, "Great day. Thank you for applying with Unlimited Financial Services. This email officially confirms that we have received your application. Our processing division will be submitting your application for a loan decision. You will receive a loan decision within the next 48 to 72 business hours via email. Were you informed? Did your representative inform you of the 20% consultant fee if approved and funded? This fee is paid from the funds you receive only and when you receive funding. If not, please contact your representative for clarity prior to moving forward. Number 2, does your credit report currently have fraud alerts? If yes, please follow the directives below to get fraud alerts lifted. Number 3, please make sure your credit check total login credentials, security questions, answers, and PIN number are correct on the application. We cannot submit for a loan decision without it. Do you currently have fraud alerts on your credit report? Instructions on how to get them removed are below. And then it lists the steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Now with those steps, it literally gives that individual the telephone number of each credit bureau and what they need to do to get those fraud alerts lifted. That's going to be step 1. Step 2, whatever date each bureau says the fraud alerts will be lifted, call back to confirm. And then step 3, email our office. Once fraud alerts have been lifted, email our processing division and let us know that all fraud alerts has been lifted. Email processing@ufinancial.services. In the subject line of the email, put in all caps, fraud alerts have been lifted. In the body of the email, simply say, "Hello, my name is, I am ready to proceed with my application. All fraud alerts have been lifted. Best wishes, processing division." So let's talk about this. The moment that an individual submit an application for personal funding, that individual is going to receive this email. That means you as an affiliate will then receive an update when after that particular client gets an update. Does that make sense? Because the last thing that we want to do is update the affiliates before processing updates the actual client. Okay? So then, once you actually have an actual application, at that point, our processing division is going to add your client's name to Basecamp. And that's where you will be able to receive all of the updates. But once again, it's after we have contacted the clients. Now, I've been talking to a lot of the team members and the leaders in UFS, and I want to give clarity to you. Our underwriters are actually operating on West Coast time. So that means I'm in the East Coast. So that means 72 hours means for us that they have up until 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to give us loan decisions. Well, guess what? Our office is closed. So then our processors will get it the following morning. So we want you all to be a little patient with us. So just because we say 72 business hours, again, that's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, our processors, They have to, once they get a decision, and remember, we're dealing with more than one. Once they get a decision, they have to reach out to the client, speak with the client, so that they'll have information to update you. So if you haven't heard anything, you know what they used to say, no news is what? Good news. Be patient. You're going to get your updates. Let's talk about the type of updates that you're going to receive. According to the HIPAA laws, we cannot discuss clients' credit file with anyone else. So in Basecamp, the type of updates that you're going to receive are things like application submitted, approved, closed, going to funding, the approval amount, what's funded, commissions coming. Those are the type of updates that you're going to receive, okay? Again, if you have a question about any of your files, go to that particular applicant's name and click on the comments and communicate there. We have a team of processors that's working these files. So you got to make sure that you communicate only on that particular person's file, okay? Do not close the comments. Leave them open so that we can make sure that we communicate. Processing will close the actual file once everything is funded. What we would love for you to do, the moment that you see a comment from any of our staff or any of our team, acknowledge it. Let us know. Thank you. Got it. Working on it. Those kinds of things. And that's going to let us know that you see the correspondence. All right. That's personal funding. Make it a great day. All right, guys, let's talk about business funding and behind the scene. Not as stringent as personal funding. Really, really simple. Process is a little different though. So once again, when a person actually completes a business funding application, let me kind of recap some things. This is the program where they're actually submitting their bank statements and things of that nature. A lot of times, we're going to have a little more hands-on with those clients because of the sensitivity of their information. So our processor is going to reach out to that client to make sure that they understand that process. And then we're going to require them to actually sign a business agreement, which allows us to submit their application for a loan decision. So on the business funding, it's a little different. We need them to sign a business agreement, and it comes to them via DocuSign. After they sign that, that's when we will submit their application to our underwriters for a loan decision. The moment that we submit that application to underwriting for a loan decision, once again, guess what? They get an email automatically. And this is what the email says. It says, "Great day. Thank you for applying with Unlimited Financial Services. This email officially confirms that we have received your application. Our processing division will be submitting your application for a loan decision. You will receive a loan decision within the next 48 to 72 business hours via email. Were you informed? Did your representative inform you of the 20% consultant fee if approved and funded? This fee is paid from the funds you receive only and when you receive funding. If not, please contact your representative for clarity prior to moving forward. Best wishes, Processing Division." So once again, let's unpack that just a little more. So the moment that we receive that application, when we receive that application, we actually reach out to those clients. We go through our checklist with them, and then we send them a business agreement. And we ask them to sign that agreement, which gives us permission to go to work for them on behalf of themselves and their company. At that moment, you will receive an update in your Basecamp, just letting you know that we have reached out to that particular client and that we have sent them their document to sign via DocuSign. The moment that we receive that back, the next business day, we'll submit that for a loan decision. When we submit that for a loan decision, they will automatically receive this email, and you will know as well. So then we wait for 72 business hours, just like we said, to get those updates, and the rest is history. We'll follow the same system as personal funding from that point on. All right, on to the next training. Hey guys, listen, I'm back. Let's talk about what to expect when a person actually applies for the business credit builder. It's really, really simple. Very similar, a little differences. So here we go. Well, when a person actually complete the business credit builder application, immediately once we receive that application in, what's going to happen next is our processing team are going to reach out to them. They're going to send them an invoice based on their payment amount, based on their preference. After they actually complete their payment, then they'll receive business agreements, payment agreements, and all of those wonderful things. At that point, you'll receive updates into Basecamp, and we take it from there. It's really, really simple. Again, the main thing you need to know that within 48 to 72 business hours is when we touch it first. And the process after that, our processor will speak with them, go through compliance, send an invoice, receive payment. At the moment that we receive payment, then we set them up into a system and a portal, and they'll have a team of business credit advisors to work with them throughout that process. Guess what? That team is bigger than us. So they'll actually have a telephone number, they'll have a portal, they'll have chat rooms, and all of those things. People that's going to hold their hand to make sure they're successful with this program. That's it. Business Credit Builder. Make it a great